I will admit, I completely forgot that I was filming this video. So it's a little bit later in the afternoon, but I have just been up working in the office for what was left of the morning. Came downstairs, I had breakfast. Now I'm having, I guess, like lunch. I'm gonna make a little greens drink. This is not Bloom and this is not sponsored. This is my own expensive purchase from Whole Foods, but I'm doing a little greens drink, and then I'm starting my water intake because I finished my huge glass of green tea, but I want to do a sort of like health reset, one of those typical getting my life back together videos, because I feel perpetually behind on content always. So what better way to catch up than giving myself another video to be behind on? Just kidding. But I do feel like with summer, I do feel, can you see what I'm doing? Should we? Oh good, low battery. I do feel like summer is just always so short. I'm always trying to make the most out of it, and it's just a time when new routines kind of kick in and other routines fall out of play. So something that I used to be very diligent with that fell out of my typical habitual routine is drinking the Superfoods green supplement. I try to be really good about it. Another thing that fell out of place are the ginger shots, but I got that remade. That was me really just needing to go grocery shopping and buying the ingredients. And then if you watched, I don't know where it is, I put it into one video. My TikTok version of the Stanley Cup got very disgusting when I went on a road trip and stayed in a cabin for a week because we just didn't have what I needed to clean it, and it was hot and humid and it got stuck in the car, and we all know what happens when it gets stuck in the car without being open for a while. So unfortunately, that did not make it. So I recently got this one from Target and I really like it. I just like the color, as you can tell from my crew neck. Carrying a water bottle with me, another habit that I need to reinstate since my other one broke, so I wasn't carrying it around. And then the last habit that I'm getting back into is really, really exciting because it's something that I started doing in May, and then I ran out of class packs, and then it was summer, and then with budgeting and everything, it just never fell back into place. But what I'm getting at is Pilates. I love Pilates. If you remember from my video back in April, I got invited to this new Pilates studio's grand opening, and I loved it. I love the space, I love the people. Please tell me this doesn't need charging. This might be, can I do it by hand? I think I have another frother. I do, okay. I really, really like Pilates. It was helping a ton in May when I had a class pack, and I felt the benefits and changes and everything instantly, mentally, physically, spiritually. It was just the best. So I'm really, really grateful to be working with that studio now. So I am heading to my first studio Pilates class again after like a month and a half in between, and I like going every other day, so I'll probably go in 2 days again. Studio Pilates, highly, highly recommend. There's a ton of locations, so I would just Google it and see if there's a location near you. Could not recommend it enough. If you're in the area, highly recommend checking it out and giving them a try. I love the instructors. I'm taking Kayla's class tonight. I mean, they're all my favorites, they're all great, but I love Kayla's class. I mean, I love all their classes, but I'm excited to go back to Kayla's class because I haven't been there in a while. So yeah, water intake, ginger shots, taking my greens, Pilates, getting back on track. I'm trying to get up early. I'm trying to catch up on work. This video hopefully helps you get back into a routine as well. One of my biggest things is prep work. So last night you saw me prep all of my water bottles. I also have a cucumber and lemon infused one I need to drink today. I usually put tinctures in this one, like one of my apothecary tinctures. I need to order another Super Greens one because they have a green one, but I ran out, which is why I'm using the powdered supplement. It's super foamy right now, but prep work, doing it the most that you can, like in the evenings, helps. At least it helps me, because then it's less to do in the morning, so then I actually get up and do my work in the morning. That's the plan. So I'm gonna drink my greens, make some lunch. I'm gonna take a break because I've been up in the office for about 4 hours now, actually 5 hours. It's later in the afternoon than I would have liked to start this. So I've worked in the office for 5 hours. I'm taking a break to eat lunch, and then I think I'm going to sit outside for my lunch break before the sun moves off of my patio balcony area for the day and read. This is also something that I'm so behind on, but books. I'm halfway through The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, and this was the perfect, easy rom-com that I needed to get into. It reminds me so much of the movie The Proposal. Like, it's just so, it just hits, and I know what's going to happen, but that just makes it that much more enjoyable and comforting to read. Christina Lauren is definitely a big comfort author for me, and it doesn't take place there, but the characters are from Minnesota and they're on a fake honeymoon in Hawaii, so I do appreciate all of the Minnesota references, like in the Twin Cities. I thought that was definitely fun to catch that. So I do want to read this a little bit before going back up in the office editing, and then I have Pilates later this afternoon. But yeah, trying to catch up on work, trying to catch up on my habits and routines for my own health, catching up on reading, reinstilling Pilates and more routines into my daily routines. Welcome to this video. You can tell the sun is going in and out because the lighting keeps drastically changing, but hopefully this is satisfying and inspiring to watch. Just got good. I can't say what happened, but it's a little bit later. I just packed a Moonlit Vintage order. I should have filmed it, but I did a TikTok of it, so definitely follow me on TikTok because I do pack with me's for Moonlit Vintage often, but I changed and I'm heading to Pilates. I'm so excited for this class. I have missed Pilates so much. Like I mentioned, the last class I went to I think was in May or early June, and it's mid-July, so it's been a hot minute. It's gonna feel so good. I know it's gonna hurt tomorrow because it's been so long since my last class. Anyway, let's head to Pilates. I recently decided to get a book-related journal for both my personal reading and book journey, as well as like my book talk and bookstagram and booktube videos to kind of track my progress, journey, accomplishments, collaborations, anything like that. I'm definitely a big journaler, so I wanted a dedicated space for all of the book stuff. I got this journal for like $7 at HomeGoods. I always have a ton of book-related stickers, so I have been decorating this, and I still am, to start using it. I want to track, obviously, like my reads, my favorite reads, 5-star reads, but then also I want to track the growth of my bookstagram page and my TikTok, because that has turned into like a book talk basically, as well as tracking some of my booktube videos. I've started to receive books from a lot of different publishers too, which is really, really exciting. So I just want to track all of the books that I've gotten as gifts from publishers. Recently, I also had my first paid brand deal with a publishing company, which was just something I never thought would happen like a couple months ago when I started this. And I only started posting book content in like January, and my bookstagram account I just started in October of this last year. So it hasn't even been a year yet, and so much has happened, which is why I definitely need to start documenting it more. So I'm gonna work on setting up my new journal, and I'll probably show you the pages when I am finished. Ashton's coming over in a little bit, but I do have a little bit of time. It's like a Sunday afternoon, so I just wanted to spend some time decorating the new journal. This is everything that I'm going to do to it so far. On the front, I just have this enemies to lovers sticker. I've got little butterflies and this sticker that says keep dreaming. Since this is like a manifestation goal-oriented journal, I've got this book sticker. And then on the back, this is where my Visco girl era really comes out. We have thrifty, cries over fictional characters, which I love. The future is queer. And then this little Jolly Ollie ghost mailman. He's so cute. For like all of the PR and gifts, I like having stuff like that. There's also this little ladybug. And then for the first time ever, I decided to put stickers on the spine. I've never thought to do this before, but I have a couple of really small stickers Down here I have little daisies. I put a couple of ladybugs kind of crawling around, and then up here I put a little butterfly. I receive stickers frequently and randomly, so I'm sure over time I'll be adding more. I wanted to leave some space as well for like future stickers that I get, but for now I think she's so cute. It's so hot. It's one of those really thick, humid, like cloudy, thick, hot, humid days where you just know it's gonna downpour later, but I'm at the Mall of America. Instax invited me to their pop-up that they're doing this weekend here at the Mall of America to promote their new camera. I had no idea what to expect. It was just like a little pop-up outside, like an inflatable pop-up that you walk through and like take pictures, and they had a ton of people with Polaroids that were just offering to take your photo. I brought my friend Anne because she always has her instant camera with her, so I have like a ton of photos that they took of us. I kind of feel like we should have done more. Yeah, it was super cute. We talked to the coordinator for a little bit who invited me. He was really, really nice. Shout out to Eddie and Rodrigo and the whole team. He gave us this tote of goodies when we went in. I have like a ton of film, Instax, sunglasses, which are honestly kind of cute. Really cute. I like them. I have like whatever this is. I have a couple of, he threw in a couple for Anne, and I forgot to give Anne all of hers because he gave us like a ton. We've got some pop sockets, and then I got a camera. I do have to post for it, so I am promoting the event, but this was part of the exchange for posting. Super sweet. I cannot believe it. So fun. So shout out to Instax camera for the goodies. You can probably hear how close I am to the airport. Unfortunately, my turnaround time is not that fast for this video, so there's no way I can get this video up before in the next 2 days. I just have like 4 videos I've already filmed that need to go up. But if you're in the area, I hope you had a chance to stop by because it was actually really cool, and they're literally just taking free photos of everybody that comes in. If you want some free Instax camera photos, definitely check it out. We went inside and walked around the mall for a little bit, hence why I realized I needed to put hand sanitizer on. It's so hot though, but the Mall of America definitely overwhelms me like instantly, so I'm ready to go home. Really cool event. I'm glad I got invited to go, but let's head home.
Remember the old days of fondness and enjoy the day that we have.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, everything there, it was like, I don't know, yeah, you're right, it was like so close, right? So close.
Yeah, that's what made it so hard, and then it just...
Yeah, it's like a different world.
Oh.
Comes out and then they go to work. Yeah.
Yeah. House.
Will you be mad if I move to Italy?
No. I guess not.
I have to work tomorrow.
Things like toilet, bed, music. TikToks from people in prison. There's also different levels of per capita. Yeah. No, they're definitely still doing tours there. Yeah. So we're talking to people there that were saying that they still do tours. It's a pretty. Apparently they make a shit ton of money. Why not make use of this island? Everybody like in the San Francisco and he parks in the water, right? Right. And also I do think they usually will do like a big infrastructure project where they clean up a bunch of the roads and like they fix it forward to hopefully the city a little bit better. But God, if you look.
This is what being a mood reader looks like. I am currently in the middle of 4 books. Wild Love, One Italian Summer, Flawless, and Darling Girls, because I cannot pick a vibe. I meant to vlog more of today and I forgot my camera at home, but I want to talk about it because I went to Pilates this afternoon and the workout class totally kicked my butt, but in like the best way possible. I stopped at a farmer's market on my way home and grabbed some local veggies, which is always nice. I tried out a new sauna place tonight. It's Perspire, I believe is how you pronounce it. They just opened 2 months ago in Edina, and they actually opened like 2 blocks away from my childhood home in an area that Like my roots are so deep in that it can be really heavy to be there, but also nice. And I just kept thinking like, oh my gosh, so much has changed. Everything looks different. Like, I mean, I was in the small strip and I just remembered all of the stores that used to be there when I was a kid, and I had a very, very reflective night. But the sauna experience was really, really cool. Highly recommend if you're in the area. They're all private sauna suites. Each suite comes with a television, infrared lights, some of them have showers, and then they even have like a really big couple suite, so it fits 2 people if you want to do this with like a partner or a friend. So that was really neat. I believe it was like a 45-minute session, and then you rinse off in the shower. There's TVs in there, like I said, so you can put on like a YouTube video. They have Netflix, Hulu, if you want some sort of vibe or to set the mood. So nice, so relaxing. I am definitely going back, but I believe it's pronounced Perspire Edina. Highly recommend. It was the coolest thing. But after that, I walked around the lake that the sauna place was kind of on after, because it was the lake that I used to walk on all the time. I'd go running there, I'd rollerblade there, I'd bike there. Like, I was literally in that neighborhood, so I wanted to go back, and it just reminded me of every single night that I used to be there, especially in COVID, because that was like the one place that we would go during quarantine. Bennett also lived right off of this lake, so she was really close to it, and it was so, I mean, I go back there a lot. I was literally there less than a week ago because there's a Core Power nearby, and I met Bennett there for brunch like 3 weeks ago. So I'm in this area a lot, but for some reason tonight, it hit me so hard being at this lake, and I realized that I just really, really missed calling it home and being there. And like, we went to Ciao Bella a few nights ago for dinner, and Ciao Bella is like across the street from the house I grew up in. I remember we got out and I was a little bit wine tipsy, but when we left the restaurant, there was a slight moment where I was like, oh, I can just walk home. And then I couldn't, and I wanted to cry. And so I got so reflective tonight, and I just missed my childhood home and neighborhood so much that I started to cry. So I called my mom to sarcastically yell at her for selling her childhood home and ask her to buy it back. And it was actually really helpful. I really wanted to capture what she said, but I turned on the camera too late, because she said really, really helpful things about change and how it's constant. I mean, all the things that we already know, you know, change is inevitable. It's always, everything is always changing. Like, we have to be able to like adjust to that. Nothing can ever be the same. It's hard to hear, but it helped. I had a tarot reading after that, so I did that for a client. I just got that uploaded, and now I'm in bed. That was my day. I wish I planned on documenting more of the farmer's market, Pilates, and the sauna session, and walking around and reading tonight. I think I got like 1 clip. This feels like a very collective, cleansing, calming vlog, and just kind of getting back into routines and habits. And I don't know, I tried to stick to a theme with this, but oh, I also spent all day preparing a cabin collection launch for my antique store tomorrow, so that will definitely be out when this video comes out. Check it out. I'm calling it the Cabin Collection, and it's all vintage items that I could see at a cabin, or items that I think would look really, really great at a cabin. So I'm gonna try to include more themes with my vintage store. I did that with June, but I didn't really advertise it that way. So with July, I'm advertising it as the Cabin Collection, and I was working on some Instagram posts for that, ads, and then the listings today. I was gonna show you that today, but I think I'm gonna vlog tomorrow, and I'll just show you that in that vlog. But thank you so much for watching this vlog. Sorry I got a little reflective tonight. I think it's normal to miss the past. I don't know, it's hard. Everything just feels so different within the last couple of years. With me moving further away, my parents selling the house and moving further away, even Bennett moving, like there was a small moment in time when we were all there. And I mean, my roots were a lot deeper because I lived there like my whole life. My parents lived there their whole lives. My grandma was there. And my mom was really helpful tonight because she just kind of validated everything I was saying and reassured, you know. She said the same thing happens to her when she's in the area, and she just feels like it's home, and she knows roots run deep, and it can be really hard. If anything, it made me realize that, like, knowing that my parents hated that house that we lived in so much, and they're so much happier in the home that they're in now, it just shows me that they did such a good job at making it a childhood home for me to grow up in. If I am the one that as an adult is crying and missing this house that they hated so much as adults, and they couldn't wait to move and be able to afford something different. So if anything, I just applaud them for giving me the best memories in a house that they made the best house for me to grow up in. Okay, I gotta stop talking about that now before I cry. But thank you for going, this was about a week long, so thank you for going on this little weekly habit, routine, wellness check vlog with me. I'm gonna film a quick vlog tomorrow and incorporate some vintage items, so be sure to subscribe and be on the lookout for that. I also need to pick a mood tonight and choose a book to read. The camera is balancing on Darling Girls because it's a hardcover, but that's a thriller that I started. And then I also started One Italian Summer at my pool the other day. This is a pool book. So when I was home in bed, I didn't feel like reading the pool book. I do really like it though. So then I started Wild Love by Elsie Silver, and this is a romance book and I love it. But as I was reading it, I really felt like I read it out of order, and I know you don't have to, and this is technically the first book in the Rose Hill series, but I feel like there were still references to the Chestnut Spring series, and I don't want to miss things like that if there's gonna be little hints. So then last night, I bought Flawless, which is the first book in the Chestnut Springs series from Target. This book was on sale for $9, and I started reading it last night, but then I thought, am I really gonna read this whole series before reading Wild Love? Because I actually really, really love this plot so far. I'm here for it. I think her writing is so strong, but will I be disappointed if I read her most recent release before reading all of Chestnut Springs? Like, I don't know what to do. So I'm just tandem reading 4 books, and I'm usually never like that, but I have to pick a vibe. I think I'm also freaking out a little bit because there's only 7 days left in July, and so many July books that I want to read that I haven't read yet. So how am I ever going to do this? I don't know. Book thoughts though are for another video. I have to go to bed. Good night.